Hello everyone, this is Shrike playing more Demon Bluff. This is a free demo that is available in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. And I do highly recommend it. I've been playing it a lot, obviously. There are some more modes that we've unlocked though, or at least one of them that we've unlocked. The others apparently are not available in the demo, but there's a deck building version where I can build our own village, start with a random deck, and save 6 villages to complete the run. Oh, look at this. Wow, okay. And okay, there's Ba, who is of course an evil character who will hide one outcast in the deck. Okay, so I get to pick which kind of characters I want. I much prefer to have the gem crafter over the scout personally. The knight is generally nice. Bishop actually gives like so much direct and indirect information. Even when he lies, it's useful. But the knight is just straight up, unless if there's not corrupted, it's just a freebie basically. But otherwise doesn't directly help you figure things out. I'm gonna put the bishop in. I like more information. The empress or the baker? I definitely don't think I want the baker. Although it can be pretty easy to figure out if someone is lying about being a baker. I think I'd rather the empress. Judge or the medium? Honestly, I like the medium straightforward. The judge, yeah, yeah, I think I'd rather the medium. Learn how many evils are adjacent to you. This is actually usually quite helpful, but not immediately. It's only good in like the late game of a particular round. The architect is definitely more situational. It can lean you towards it, but it's very rarely going to point out directly, I find. I'll take the knitter. Knight or confessor? So there are interesting aspects to the confessor, but it is mostly just you pretty much know if they are evil or corrupted every single time. As they will always say they're dizzy if they are, and otherwise they'll say I'm a confessor, which is good to see. Again, knight is nice though. They both kind of play a similar role in that regard, but I think I'll do the confessor. Okay, so village 1, randomly chosen from our deck of cards. There's a doppelganger and a chancellor. Okay. 6 is good. Evils are not adjacent to each other. We know that is straight up true because there's only one evil. And since you're telling the truth, you're also good. 5 is actually a doppelganger. Maybe. In which case, 4 would probably be the chancellor. Okay, I'm willing to. I am good. I believe you. And the doppelganger will always tell the truth too. You're saying one of them is evil, which is I don't think possible. So nice. You see, I've stacked the deck in a way that's very straightforward. It gives me very clear information for the most part. Oh, but now I have to add more. Dreamer. Well, I clicked on it, so. Oh shit, there's more. Oh, this mode's awesome. Additional 1 fake outcast and 1 fake minion in the deck. Or executing good characters deal 2 more damage to you. Oh, good, interesting trade-off. They're cursed relics. Fake outcast and fake minion. What does a fake minion mean? I'm gonna just do this to see what it does. This is your list of relics, which is apparently not showing. I can heal, which I don't need to. I can remove a card. I can buy the lover. The lover's pretty useful. I only have $5 though, so I'm just gonna skip, I guess. I don't know how I could have made more money. Interesting. Okay, here's a relic. 1 fake outcast and a fake minion in the deck. Oh, I see. So they could be in the deck, they could not be in the deck. In this case, it doesn't really make much of a difference because the twin minions are functionally the same. The Wretch and the Bombardier, well, that's also fine, but only one of each of these. Okay. There's a Dreamer, potentially, a Knitter. Evils are not adjacent to each other. I mean, that is just straight up true, because there's only one. Well, actually, Wretch detects as being evil. So she's saying that the evils are not beside the wretch, if there is a wretch. But they're likely to be the case. You're saying 3, 5, or 8. There's a minion, outcast, and villager. Well, we'll find out. I'm good. I'm inclined to believe you. Okay, well, there's the outcast. You're pointing to 8 being evil. I'm 1 away from the closest evil. Maybe, maybe not. 4 is a real confessor. I mean, I'm inclined to believe you. And 7 is good. Also inclined to believe you. So far, you're pointing to 8 being evil. You're pointing to 1 being evil. Evils are not adjacent to each other. Well, there's no wretch, so you're also telling the truth. So let's test 1 by going between you and you. Twin minion or minion? One of these has to be true. The other does not, so... Well, not necessarily. She could be lying and both of them would not be true. But, you know, it was another piece of evidence pointing toward it, so... Had it just said, like, I don't know. What would they... If they had said hunter and minion or something, that would have been... Oh, no, because it would have to be hunter and, I don't know, knight or something, or knitter or something, and either way, I'm rambling. Pick a new character. Lover's pretty nice. Not a big fan of the witness, to be honest. Yeah. Could buy the druid. Could remove a card. Or could skip. Can I see my deck from this point? Enter draw mode. Bug report. No. I don't think I can look at my deck while I'm here. That is definitely a downside. Any deck builder needs you to be able to look at your deck like at any point you want. I don't think there's any need to remove a card though. Maybe I should. Well, this lets me look at the deck. Do I want to remove the Empress? Or the like it's really hard to see. It's kind of similar to the Bishop, but like kind of less information. And it's really hard to tell if they are lying. But I think I'll actually remove the Empress from the deck. Because they could be lying in so many different ways. There could be 2 enemy evils. There could be 0 evils, etc. There's 2 to 3 minions, because Lycanthrope could be 1. Oh, there is a Lycanthrope because we got the day-night cycle. Like, God, it does spoil it, huh? Poisoner. So that means the Wretch is not here. Poisoner, Witch, and Twin Minion. That means I can't reveal all the cards either unless I kill the Witch early. 2 is a real Bishop, huh? Maybe. One of these is the Villager, Outcast, or Minion. So I need to find out who the Lycanthrope is. You're beside this one, so I'd like to do that. Evils are not adjacent to each other. Maybe, maybe not. We could YOLO and kill these, but I think the high chance that we've already revealed the Lycanthrope and they're therefore not evil. This is pointing to 6 probably being evil. Let's see. 2 cards away from closest evil. If you are evil, then that means 5 is probably evil. 3 cards away from closest evil. Uh-oh, there's 2 of them, huh? I bet these are probably both evils. No, there's another set of lovers, huh? Well, I can't reveal the last card because I didn't kill the witch. Wow. You're saying one of these is the Lycanthrope, and one of them is evil. Lycanthrope. This could be Lycanthrope and evil. Actually, that's true. That's probably true. You would have to be. You're pointing from 3 away from evil. I don't think that's necessarily true. But I can't have 3 people lying to me, and you'd be lying to me too in that case. Now the bishop could also just be full of shit, and he's evil. But you're supporting 2. You could be confused. This could be the poisoner, and 1 got poisoned. Because you're supporting 5 and 3. You're pointing at 2. You're saying they're not adjacent to each other, which could be true. It could be like you're evil, and one of these is a lycanthrope, probably 7. But that would make him telling the truth, and that might not be the case. I don't have a lot to go off of here. They're all kind of pointing at each other. You're pointing at 8 or 4. If it was 8, that would support you guys both being good. But then you would have to also be good. You could be a lycanthrope. But did I reveal you early enough for that? I don't think so. I think you'd be evil at this point. Oh dear. I'm gonna have to take some chances, I think, which is unfortunate because we do have a set amount of health. I don't think it heals between in this mode. Otherwise, why would you pay for healing, you know? All right, let's start thinking. Let's imagine he's telling the truth. You are good. You're telling the truth. You're not corrupted. And which of these do I think would be, well, either 3 is obviously not going to be the outcast. Well, they could be, but unlikely. We have so many evils. Oh my god. 2 to 3 evils. Well, we don't even know if the poisoner's in here to corrupt somebody. Well, if you're telling the truth, then if 7 was evil, she'd have to be lying, and that would no one beside her would be evil either, which would make 3's statement true. Probably, most likely. That would make 6 the outcast, the lycanthrope, and then we'd have 5 being evil. Now the lycanthrope is probably also evil in that case. We revealed her early, so she wouldn't know that the lycanthrope was turned into a werewolf at that point. So what she's saying could be true at that point. Same with the lover. Okay, so I don't really get too much out of doing that. If I do assume he's telling the truth, that heavily implies that 4 is probably evil because we can't have 2 lovers. And if that's the case, then he's lying. So then 5 and 4 would be lying, and 3 would have to be corrupted or evil. But I don't. Yeah, I mean that is possible, but these 2 are supporting each other. That means if, for instance, he's evil, 1's also evil. So we should test this theory here and just kill 6, I think, and see what happens. It was a werewolf. That was the outcast. So far, so good, my dude. I'm going to assume, well, I think I revealed 7 right before night switched over. So at that point, there wouldn't have been an evil beside her. Now 3 could all... Wait, hold on. If 7's evil... No, because I revealed you early, so that would... Let's kill 7. Okay, yeah, that was it. So the lycanthrope turned just before we revealed him. Can I flip this over now that the witch is dead? I can. Okay, that's useful. Too bad it's too late and the dreamer would have been useful, but to get her ability more often. So, you're good. That means you're good. You're good. You said there's no evil adjacent to you. You said you're 3 away from the closest evil, which is wrong. So you're probably the poisoner, and you poisoned her to. Let's check the dreamer first. So a roll and a roll that is not amongst them. The hunter or werewolf. Is both. So we know the werewolf is guaranteed, so the hunter is not the hunter. As a poisoner, you're corrupted. Yes. Excellent. Pick a new character. Oracle is kind of good, I like. Druid is also kind of good. We already have Dreamer. Would I be able to add another Dreamer to the deck? Let's add Oracle. Let's not confuse that. Cursed Relic. Revealing the last 3 characters cost health. No, no, no. Executing good characters deals 2 more damage. 1 additional outcast and 1 less villager in a village. Let's do this. If we just play perfectly, it doesn't matter if it hurts us. I don't need to heal. But I could potentially... Let me do this just to see our deck. I've got 2 gem crafters in the deck. So you can have multiple. Interesting. When did I get 2... when did I get 2 gem crafters in the deck? Do I want to remove anybody from the deck? The Dreamer tends to be kind of helpful. Damn helpful. I don't know. Maybe the Knitter is less useful to me. Let's delete the Knitter and go next. Interesting, at the shop, I can only do 1 of them. We got a Puppeteer, True Minion, or a Twin Minion, sorry. Chancellor, who's going to convert another villager into an outcast. Plague Doctor, Bombardier, and Wretch are possible of the up to 2. Because the Chancellor's... he's always beside an outcast. Like creates, if he can create one, I'm sure. I'm sure he can. 3 is a real Plague Doctor. Maybe. That makes 2 and 4 way more suspicious in general. You're saying that there is an evil and an outcast amongst them. We'll see. 2 or 3 is a twin minion. I mean, maybe. But you're also not very trustworthy. 1 evil adjacent to you, huh? Okay. Confessor, I am good. I'm inclined to believe you. Now, you pointed to one of these being evil and one of them being an outcast. The Wretch doesn't disguise. The Bombardier doesn't disguise. I don't think this is possible. For them to be a hidden outcast here. So I'm thinking Bishop is not really who he says he is. That means 1's probably also. This might be the Puppeteer and the Puppet. Or no, the Puppeteer and the Puppet. But then he'd be telling the truth. All right, let's keep revealing. There's the Wretch. Well, that's both outcasts. And you're not pointing at either of them. So you're either corrupted or evil. And you're pointing at them being evil. They are probably the Chancellor, if I had to guess. This would be the Chancellor. Oh, God. Well, you are... 2 or 7 is a puppet. Yourself or them is a puppet. There are no evils adjacent to you. Well, 2 is looking like... you are also risky. Well, I could kill 2. I don't really have any other ways to test. In this case, everybody's pointing at 2 being evil. They were corrupted. I could have tested with the Plague Doctor, but... Well, okay, well, you're telling us the truth at the very least. And that means... Uh-oh. How does this work? Oh, he's corrupted. He was lying to us. I see. But you're saying there's an evil adjacent to you. Oh, the Wretch. Okay, that is true. Right. Well, you're clearly lying. And, you're clearly lying. So, but you're saying there's no evils next to you. So you're also lying. There can be up to 3 evils, so. There's the Chancellor. One of these is the puppet, and one of these is the puppeteer. I believe you're telling the truth. You're the puppet. You're riding on yourself because you're the puppet. Now, okay, I took some damage here. Alchemist is quite nice, generally speaking. I will gladly add that to the deck. Heal 6. I don't really want the bard that much, so I'll pay to heal. That's fine. For 19 health. Let's say 2 to 3 enemies or evils. They're all minions. We got the shaman, who we learned last time. Oh, we had double witches? I wonder how that works. Can I reveal? I think that means it can't stack, right? There can't be 2 cards they can't reveal, right? Surely not. Oh, we got the lycanthrope. So there's no doppelganger. It's just the lycanthrope. 4 or 5 is a witch. In 5, 6, and 8, there's a minion, villager, and outcast. I don't have enough time to check. But one of these could be the lycanthrope. I'm good. I'm inclined to believe you. Well, let's see. I was a dreamer, but I didn't reveal the original baker yet, so I don't believe you. I think you're lying. I was a bishop. Oh god, I think you're also lying to us. I think you are probably the lycanthrope turned evil into a werewolf. And you are... There's no baker in my deck. I can't have a baker. I can have a baker. When did that get added to my deck? But I have to reveal the original baker first, right? When I reveal someone else's turn. So I think both of these are bad. I think that's the good. I think you're telling the truth. So 5 is probably the witch. He is a real confessor. Sure, I believe you. That's a witch. Oh, that lets me reveal the last card. Interesting. Despite there being 2 witches. You're also saying it's a real confessor. Okay. All 6 seems very evil. They're the werewolf. Yeah. Okay. Well, you did tell the truth. You did tell the truth. Though the dreamer's the only one left. All right, let's see. Witch or baker? Neither of these are the case, so you are lying to us. Owned. Owned. Pick a new character. Let's add another bishop to the deck. Severed Braid. There's a copy of a random villager. 2 additional fake minions in the deck. Another fake outcast and fake minion. No, let's copy a random villager. This could be terrible, but I think I just take the heal and we're at 5 of 6. Okay. Well, there's guaranteed to be Ba. So that means there's going to be 1 outcast I can't see. And then 2 to 3 minions. Okay. I don't know if that includes the puppet that the puppeteer makes or not. So look at our deck. Our deck is huge at this point. Well, not that big. I'm glad we removed some stuff, but... Got... I only have 1 gem crafter now. So I think it changes it slightly each time. Anyways, there's no timer, so it's a Rambler. You're probably telling the truth, probably. Unless Rambler is evil. He could be the outcast bot hidden. Could be. There's a Bombardier. 8 is a real alchemist. Dude, there can't be this many outcasts. There can't be 3 outcasts. Wait. Oh, sorry. Alchemist is not the Plague Doctor. There's no one corrupted around you. I'm inclined to believe that since there's no sources of corruption. Yeah. So I'm inclined to believe you're good. 8 is a real alchemist. Okay, you guys are pointing at him. He's not really verified yet, but... And we know that there is a copy of a random villager, so this could be the case. Between 3, 5, and 7, there's a minion. He's pointing at himself. Ah. Why are they all saying he's a real alchemist? Would it be... It would be pretty amusing if they were literally all evil. That is technically possible for all 4 of them to be the evils. I'm pointing at each other. Between 1, 8, and 10, there's a villager, minion, and outcast. I don't know what the hidden outcast is. I assume it's a Rambler, but it could be an evil disguised. And then these would have to both be evil. That seems unlikely. Between 1, 8, and 10, there's a villager, minion, and outcast. That's pointing to 8 being evil. Probably. And you're pointing to... And these people would all be lying. That's a lot of support for one character. It's really hard to say no to that. This is a worthy final village, I would say. Well, there is an outcast here, almost certainly. It could be someone disguised as Bombardier, but if you execute him and he is real, we just lose instantly. So we're going to do that as a last resort. One way to test this, I could lose 6 HP, kill the alchemist. That will validate all of these, whether they're true or not. Am I wild in thinking that it's worthy to sacrifice? But he's not lying. There's no source of corruption unless there's a random plague doctor. He has to be telling the truth. He could be the puppet, though. And the puppet tells the truth. I'm going to bank it on him being a puppet? And then this being the puppeteer? And then these being like Ba and Minion or something? I want he's pointing at 4. You do it. Both of these guys... There's too many. They have to be evil. There's too many of them. We can't have this many mediums. That's the puppet. Puppeteer. Ba. Oh my gosh. That is so dumb. Oh my gosh. What were the odds of that? You believe? 3 of them pointing at one guy being like, yeah, he's a real alchemist. I'm like, that's not that was the only way. That's amazing. This game's incredible. I can't believe how good this game is. They added this whole other mode with like cursed relics to make it more interesting. And you get to build your deck. That's so sweet. Oh my gosh. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like. Subscribe if you're not already. Because, god dang, this game is good. And there's going to be more modes on top of that in full release. I can't wait. New village every day. Everyone faces the same challenge. Oh, it's like a village of the day, I see. And then challenges, handcrafted challenges. It's like puzzly type things. Okay. Wait, that's not my high score. I literally just got 2,000. Okay. I don't know if the score always tracks properly. Yeah, like this doesn't look right. Doesn't look right at all. But anyways, minor bugs aside, I will see you guys next time.